Welcome to Kojore Studios. My name is Benedict Ochiriabua. I'm going to give you an insight of the weekend games, who will score at least, who are going to win the games, and who are going to get us our money back as investors. And I know you'll be very glad to be following this studio. So subscribe to our YouTube button. And when you go, you search for Football Fans Reaction on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok. You can get all the informative and all the game that you bring you. I will start off with the players to score anytime going into this weekend. I will take the Real Madrid Mallorca. I'm tipping Kylian Mbappe to score anytime. And if you look at Kylian Mbappe last season, he was the top scorer in La Liga. Before joining Real Madrid, you know his scoring potency. In every weekend, he was at least 5 times scoring champion in the French League One before moving to La Liga. He broke the scoring record for Real Madrid. And I think if you take him or take a critical look at him, he provided numbers, already having 3 goals to his name, scoring 2 against Real Oviedo and 1 against Osasuna. I think going into the game against Mallorca, he has that capability of netting another goal, making it 4 in more fun. So I think to Mbappe to score is one good option that you can take, or one good player can pick in it for anytime goal scoring because of his scoring efficiency and other stats. The second player I'm looking at is Victor Osimhen for Galatasaray, scored goal against Kanyet Rizalspor. You know, Victor Osimhen joined Galatasaray from ASSC Napoli, and when he joined, he made about 4 games last season, and he emerged as the top scorer for the club, scoring almost 24 goals to his name. And I think he has started very well. He played the first game last week, and he scored for Galatasaray. And going to this weekend against Kanyet Rizalspor, you know, Mario Icardi is strike partnership. Mario Icardi is back from injury and he's willing to play alongside it. But I think Osimhen, looking at his scoring potency, in form he did at SSC Napoli, winning the Capo Caranieri award, like the top scorer for Italian award. I think if you are picking him and we are banging your hopes of Victor Osimhen to score, it's not bad, and it's a home game. And probably is likely to add up to his name, but he already has the Galatasaray. I think Osimhen to score anytime is another good option or another good pick that you can pick. The next player I want to look at is Lautaro Martinez Elto. He's the captain of Inter Milan, and he was one the top scorer for in the Italian Serie A with Inter Milan. And if you check his record right from, he scored back-to-back 20 goals in 2021-2022 season. And if you look at his potency up front, but with the light of chance that he plays for himself and as well, and he's one player that if you are taking a look at him, for instance, if you are taking about 6 matches that he's playing consistently, he's scoring in at least 4 or 5 of those matches and not scoring in maybe one of them because of the type of chance that he releases. I think if you look at Lautaro Martinez, his game is against Udinese and second game as well. I think Lautaro Martinez to score anytime is one particular option that you can pick as well. Therefore, the next player I'll pick is Serhou Guirassy of Borussia Dortmund. Another good player, and you know, before joining from VfB Stuttgart to Dortmund, he scored a whopping number of 28 goals. He finished second behind Harry Kane in the German top scorer award. And when he joined from Dortmund, he scored 20 plus goals for Dortmund last season, and he's willing to extend that streak as he did last season. Another player that is very good, or if you are an investor and you are banking your hopes on somebody to score in the Borussia Dortmund game, you can bank your hopes on Serhou Guirassy to score anytime, and it's another way that you can go on. And again, if you take a look at the other games or the other players I want to see, you can take Richarlison and Brady for Tottenham Hotspur. And there's one thing about the scoring anytime goal scorers, that sometimes the players are on the streak. Sometimes they have a scoring in their past games, and they have that scoring frequency. So if you are picking Richarlison and Brady, if you look at already he has 2 goals to Tottenham Hotspur this season, he's willing to extend it to a third goal contribution for him in all the game on the Premier League game. So I think if you are banging the host of Richarlison and Brady, it's something that you are not throwing your money away. And this one particular player that this season he showed glimpses of that he wants to have a great season with Tottenham Hotspur. Though the previous manager Postecoglou was not giving him more playing chance, more playing time, he preferred Dominic Solanke to that. But Andrade is on a red hot form. Aside him, you can talk about Hugo Ekitike of Liverpool, but Ekitike's fixture is very difficult. All these things that you look at, one of the things that you have to look at going into or sticking or putting your money on this player to score is that some of the players look at their features. Some of the features are very difficult. So probably they cannot make the mark. But some of the features that we give to you are features that which mostly or likely they are against a weaker opponent or like the opponent doesn't have that capabilities to mark all this case or something. So I think it's something that you can bank your hopes on, and you can add the assist table as well, the assist players to assist. And probably I'll choose Mohamed Kudus to assist in this game against Bournemouth, because if you check Mohamed Kudus in the first game that he played at home to Burnley, he's assisted 2 goals against Burnley. But in the second game against City, he was blunt. But in the third game, probably against Bournemouth, we know Bournemouth is an entirely new setup in their defensive aspect, and they don't have that personnel to cope with Tottenham. So I think Mohamed Kudus assists in this particular game was likely to happen. Again, with the assist chart, I will take Yamil Amal, and Yamil Amal has already assisted in the first 2 games that he played for Barcelona. He assisted the game in against Levante. He assisted in the first game that they played against Mallorca at away. And again, Balekano too, he's willing to increase. And if you look at Yamil Amal, he was a top assist provider last season in the Spanish League. So if going to this season, he's one particular player that you can bang in hopes for every weekend to assist a goal for FC Barcelona. The third player likely I'll pick is Mohamed Salah to assist in a goal. He did an assist in this last game they played against Newcastle on Monday night. And probably he's one particular player who have had more goal involvement, at least for 7 goals involvement, with 29 goals, 18 assists to his name. He was last season one of the top players in the Premier League, and he won it. So going to every weekend, he has that capabilities. And even when Liverpool attacking, when it comes to maybe creating big chances, maybe through most of the final third, trying to find their man, it's Mohamed Salah who does all these things. So I think if you're banging the hopes of Mohamed Salah to at least assist in the game against Arsenal, it's likely that Mohamed Salah can assist a goal. And the next player I'm likely to take a look at is, I think if you look at the Chelsea setup too, a typical example is João Pedro. They will play against Fulham this weekend. And if you look at João Pedro, already he assisted 2 goals in the game against West Ham. And I think looking at his exploits and his runs in the preseason friendly that Chelsea played, he's one particular guy who can't count him out. And I think he's also banging my hopes of João Pedro assisting a goal. So you can take these picks and try yourselves out. And I think if you follow football reactions on YouTube, you can get more of this information. Every weekend you come up with your wins, anytime you score is the players to assist and who to win and who to do what the others, and so that investors can gain something. It's been nice sharing this thing to you.